Hello coolers, welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Leo Messi, discussing about 3 miracles that Barcelona will need in order to re-sign Lionel Messi next year 2023. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about the Celta Vigo left back Javi Galan, which Barca have been showing interest for such a long time. It has been reported that Barca did held talks with the €18 million rated left back in the month of August, but missed deadline to close deal. We're also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barca! 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 By this point in time, it has become abundantly clear that Barcelona president Joan Laporta wants to re-sign Lionel Messi next year. The 35-year-old superstar was forced out of the club in 2021 as the Catalans were in no position to renew his contract because of their financial problems. Eventually, Messi decided to leave as a free agent, signing for Paris Saint-Germain on a 2-year deal. The said contract with PSG expires next summer, which has sparked the interest of Barcelona, who are intent on bringing back their former club captain. President Laporta has made it a mission to re-sign the Barca legend as he feels sorry for the manner in which his exit was handled, according to Sport. The club president is aware of the difficulties that will be involved in such a deal, but he is ready to do everything it takes to make the move happen. But the report adds that in order to sign Messi back, Barcelona will need 3 miracles to happen. First and foremost would be for Messi himself to have the desire to return to Barcelona. While the 35-year-old has never explicitly mentioned it, the report claims that he would be open to coming back to Spotify Camp Nou. More recently, Veronica Brunati, a journalist close to Messi and his camp, reported that he will be a Blaugrana player next July, which could indicate that he is reciprocating the club's feelings about a possible reunion. Secondly, the club would also have to find means to ensure that the Argentina captain fits into the wage bill without breaching the La Liga fair play rules. But with the potential exits of Sergio Busquets and Gerard Piqué, there could be room to accommodate Messi's wages. The club are seemingly confident about that matter, with Vice President Eduard Romero insisting on 2 separate occasions recently that FC Barcelona see the signing as financially viable. The third miracle that Barcelona would require, as per the report, is that manager Xavi finds a way to fit Messi into his plans within the side. The 42-year-old will welcome his former teammate back to the club with open arms, but how he fits into the scheme of things would be interesting to see. Amidst this, Barcelona will have to deal with PSG as well, who are ready to do everything in order to convince Messi to prolong his stay at the Parc des Princes. The record Ballon d'Or winner is feeling more and more comfortable in France after a slow start. Plus, Messi would also have the option of joining an MLS club as well. So the decision to return to Barcelona will not be made as quickly as one would anticipate, as per the report. Absolutely, it's going to be tough, more than the way we think, that Messi will just come back to Barca as easy as that. Laporta have made it clear that he wished to bring back Messi. Messi deserves a proper farewell than what he had last season or last summer when he left in such a disappointing fashion. Laporta wants to ensure that he corrects his wrongs. Messi should come back, saying that normally last season when he left, his hands were tied. La Liga could not allow Barca the freedom of financial fair play. So it is what it is. So the Club Supremo wants to do everything in his power to bring him back. Of course, Messi have not mentioned anything about his future. As transfer expert Fabrizio Romano have always repeatedly said, Messi will only decide on his future only when the World Cup in Qatar is out of the way. Of course, fans can't wait to see what Messi decides, if he will extend his contract at PSG or he will return to Barca. And also there is a possibility of going to the MLS in the United States of America. So let's see if these miracles that I've just been talking about Barca can do with them in order to ensure that Messi comes back. Of course, Javi is also very, very happy and open to a possible return for his former teammate. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if Barca can accomplish all these three miracles, right? That they need to bring back Messi. This definitely means it's never going to be easy, because to make sure that Messi falls within the salary cap in La Liga, of course, Messi takes a very large salary. It's not going to be easy. But luckily enough, Sergio Busquets, Roberto, who are some of the club captains that will definitely leave when their contract expires next year. This will create a huge room on Barca's wage bill, and hopefully can accommodate Messi in the payroll. So let's hope that it works out as planned. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, a fresh report from Mundo Deportivo has offered some light on Barcelona's pursuit of Javi Galan in the summer. The Celta Vigo defender was one of Javi's targets in his bid to add more quality to the left-back department. Galan's technical prowess, coupled with his recent success in the Spanish top flight, had made him an appealing option for the Barcelona head coach. While Marcos Alonso had been Blaugrana's top choice, delays in negotiations with Chelsea for the Spaniard led to the club to consider other options, including Galan. The club had even held talks with Celta Vigo regarding a summer swap for the left back, who had a release clause worth around 18 million euros. Celta were willing to cash in on the defender as well, but on one condition. The Spanish outfit asked Barcelona to meet the release clause before the third week of August. This is because the club rated Galan highly and, of course, require a bit of time to scout for an ideal replacement, rather than settling for a last-minute choice to take over from him. Barcelona, on their part, tried to negotiate the value of the release clause. They were hoping to settle for somewhere around 10 to 15 million euros. FC Barcelona also did not show complete conviction in their desire to sign the left back by refusing to meet the release clause. It led Celta Vigo Vice President Ricardo Barroso taking a firm stance once the deadline had passed, and he insisted that Galan would remain at the club. Barcelona themselves did not make much of an effort after that, despite considering a late move for the defender. At the end, with the deadline over, Barcelona brought in Marcos Alonso. The Spaniard arrived from Chelsea on deadline day on a free transfer after the Blues terminated his contract. Barcelona also reinforced the other side by bringing Hector Bellerin on deadline day. However, the two players are yet to provide anything substantial to the table so far, with Bellerin notably picking up an injury during the international break. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.